Hello, my friends. In two previous episodes of the Databits channel, we looked at the format VHS and its little counterpart, compact VHS. So compact VHS was invented so that you could put it in a smaller camcorder and take pictures of Johnny playing baseball, and then bring that home and put it in your VCR to be played for the whole family. Now, one of the ways you could do that was through an adapter like this one. You would put the compact VHS tape in this adapter. It would suddenly become a full-size VHS tape, and you could play it in your machine. Those two VCRs that I showed you, both the JVC HRFC100U and the Toshiba SV771, were both able to do this without an adapter. They just simply had a drawer in the front. Well, today we're going to look at another format that has both a full size and a compact size, and does this magic of being able to play both size tapes without an adapter. It's the coolest thing ever. Wait till you see how they did it. Let's get started. Our Presto Changeo format of the day is DVCAM and also MiniDV. Many of you have probably used MiniDV, as it was a very popular format just before tapes became a thing of the past. And then if you were in a studio or maybe even a school, you might have used one of these. This is the SONY DVCAM 64. So if you'll notice something about these, the hubs on the bottom are not exactly in the same spot, right? So if I was to put this in the same spot as this, those hubs are not going to fit on the spindles where they're supposed to be, right? Are those reels there? So how did they do it? How were you able to take a regular size tape like this, play it in the same machine as an itty bitty tape like this, and do it without a drawer or an adapter? Well, let's look at the machine that's going to show us how. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the Panasonic AG-DV2500. This little guy plays both large and small tapes, and we'll see in a minute how it does it. But first, let's look at the controls. On the right side of the machine here, we have eject, record, play, and pause, as well as rewind, stop, and fast forward. And some arrow indicators and a set button is also usable here. On the left side, we have our power button. We have a mic input, a 3.5mm mic input jack. Very strange. We have a remote selector here, off, 9-pin, and wireless. We have an input here for line, DV, or S-video. Now, line would be your composite video. DV would be your Firewire or iLink input. And then we have an audio dub button here. For our display in the center, very, very simple display. We have our tape inside indicator, DVCAM indicator, NTSC, PAL, record INH, and then we have 6 digits here, 6 lights that indicate channels, 1/3, 2/4. Taking a quick look at the inside of the unit, you'll see the tape well here where you can put in your tape. This is the carriage that drops the tape into the mechanism, and you can see everything is small. Everything is small and very, very sophisticated and fragile in these smaller units. Going back beyond it here, you'll see a circuit board there and some more circuitry and your jack panels. Speaking of jack panels, let's take a look at those. And here's that little jack panel here. So the DV in and out is up there on the top left. That's your Firewire. Your audio in and out via RCA jacks, composite via RCA jacks, our S-video in and out, our 9-pin remote input, an aux jack 3.5mm, NTSC and PAL selector, and our DC 12-volt input. They're on the bottom right. If you thought having one of these VCRs was exciting, what if we add another one? So the one on the left here is working and fully operational. This one is not quite there. It's got some serious mechanical problems, but we're going to use it to show us how it shouldn't load tapes and get a clue of what's going on underneath. So when I insert a small tape here in the drawer, this carriage actually, you can see underneath that these two hubs right here, so this is our supply and our take up, you can see that the holes aren't lined up here for here, right? So what is going to happen? How is this going to work to get these hubs into these holes? So what we do is I manually progress this for you. This little part right here. Okay, and then there's a couple of spots where these little buttons have to be pushed. Keep going. And at some point, you'll see them magically move. And there they go! There they go! They're in a race! And you can see there, they snap in. So they move from this position back here to a narrower position right here. And you can see there's a little reader right here that has some pins on it. And that reader will read the memory part of one of these tapes, if in fact it has that feature built in. This one does not. If it does, then this will move into place and read any kind of data that has been stored on that chip inside the tape. Now let's see this machine show us how badly it works, and then we'll see one actually work, and it's really cool. Okay, so this is how your VCR operates when its loading mechanism is jacked up. So I'm going to turn it on up here, and then attempt to insert the tape, and you can see it just like doesn't take it. So I can kind of help it forward a little bit here. Isn't that just lovely? Okay, I think this has more in common with a pinball machine than it does a VCR. All right, let's see one that actually does what it's supposed to do now. Okay, first let's look at a tape that is inserted, smaller size, and then I'll show you the part I had to fix on this, okay? So first let's demonstrate the small tape. Okay, there's our smaller tape inserted. Now let's eject it. All right, incoming is the larger size. All right, now stay with me because in a moment I'm going to show you the content on this particular tape. I found this at a thrift store, I think in like Springfield, Missouri or something, many, many years ago. So let's see that eject. And another view from up above. So the big issue to overcome with this unit was that the controller, which I'm trying to show you here, it's pretty well hidden up underneath there. So it's on like a swing arm there. I don't know if you can see it, but the controller swings around and jumps in front of the capstan and handles the pulling that way. And yeah, there's a plastic piece that you see behind it there that slides back and forth. That actually controls the movement of that controller. And that was all jammed up, and so I ended up having to lubricate it. And you'll see there's a rod that sits on right there, and that rod needed to be lubricated. Apparently the lubrication had turned to glue at this point in its life, so that was not good. And now let's watch a capture of this particular tape. Now, I'm assuming this was made like in the early 2000s at some kind of a technology school, because there's old computers and there's VCRs and CRTs in the video, and the demonstration is to show you how to use a payphone, and I don't think they did that great of a job, but here we go.
How does it work? Where do I put my money?
It does not matter.
Neither is a proton. Started packing already? Have you moved yet?
Good work.
It'd be a good time to roll it.
Thank you. Wait, I don't have a phone.
If only there were a phone you could pay to use. But wait, there is. It's called a payphone. It's simple. All you do is pick up the receiver, put your money in, and dial the number. It's simple. All you do is pick up the receiver, put in your money, and dial the number. Hold on there, buddy. You have to have change for a payphone. Hold on there, buddy. You have to have change for a payphone. Do you have any change? Now that you have change, put it in the slot at the top of the payphone. Now that was easy. If you need to make a call, a payphone is easy, cheap, and convenient.
Okay, that was special. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, this will wrap up our video about MiniDV and DVCAM and the Panasonic AG-DV2500. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful and enlightening to you. Please subscribe to the channel. You can follow me all on my socials there in the description. And a big thanks to the Patreon patrons listed below who are still sending me money. I appreciate it. It helps buy things like this. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.